More of that. Okay. All right. Okay, so just so you're aware, like I'm having to record this lesson. That way you're aware of why that's going on, but I'm still teaching you and you're not going to be in it and you don't have to worry about anything that's going on. Everybody understand that? Check. Good. Okay, cool. All right. Glad you're here. If you don't have a Chromebook, Miss Martinez is going to go get those Chromebooks real quick. So we'll have those. So go ahead and close your Chromebooks and put it off to the side for a second. Because what we're actually going to be doing, and I want to make sure I am on this screen. Okay, good. Is we're going to be doing a personality test. Who's done a personality test before? Any kind of personality test. It could have been favorite color, a number, personality, anything. Anybody done those before? Okay. But there's a lot of people who absolutely love them. There's one family in particular in here whose family absolutely loves personality tests. Okay. Not mine, but someone else's. But it's great. And I love them because you get to know yourself about it, right? Have you learned about yourself when you have a personality test before? Okay. But have you ever done one that pertains to maybe books before? No. Okay, let me ask you a question. Have you ever gotten a book that you didn't like? You started reading it and you're like, I don't like this. I hate this story. I hate the style of this book. I just hate this book. I've done that. Remember I told you when we did our whole orientation in here that there was a book I hated. I tried, and I put it down and I still have yet to pick it up. It's okay because it just wasn't my taste. Have you ever gotten a book that you were like, this is a weird style of book. What they're writing about or what the story's about is weird. And you're like, I don't think I like that type of book. You ever had that before? Okay. So sometimes that plays into what your personality is. And that's why we're going to do what's called a genre personality today. So here's how this is going to work. I'm going to give everyone one of these papers. I want you to put your name on the top of it. And all we're going to be doing right now is with our pencil and our paper. Okay, everybody understand that? Okay, we'll take care of our Chromebooks here in just a minute. Go ahead and put your name at the top. And then, yeah, if you need a pencil, you can get it next one. All right, put your name at the top. And then we're going to go through and we're going to be answering these questions. And I'm going to have them on the board. I'm going to help you out. We're going to read through them. And you're going to be putting a letter. Do you see how it says 1 through 11? That's where we're going to be at right now. Okay, do you have an extra? Okay. We're going to be at the top where it says 1 through 11. You're going to be writing the letter that you think is the most like what you would say the answer to the question is. Does everybody understand? Yes. We're going to take the test first. Then we're going to go, then we're going to go from the test into what you are or what you like. Everybody understand that? Questions? Okay. The first thing we're going to do. So yours looks a little different. Okay. Any questions? All right. The first question says, right now, you would rather be, because we all know that you would rather not be here right now, right? Guess what? Miss Martinez and I would rather be somewhere else as well. Okay. So here's your options. A, solving a cold murder case. B, stealing fire from the sun. C, piloting a helicopter. D, hanging out at the park. E, watching game shows. F, exploring creepy old houses. G, watching anime. H, sleeping over at your best friend's house. I, making the world a better place. J, painting a desert landscape. K, playing basketball. Or L, planting a garden. So choose the one that's closest to the answer that you would pick. And then put that letter next to number 1. Yes. And put that letter next to number 1. Okay. Okay. When you've got it, give me a thumbs up. Show me a thumbs up once you've chosen your response. Okay, good. We're ready to move on. Number 2, you read because A, you like figuring out what's going to happen. B, you must escape life on Earth whenever possible. C, you love suspenseful stories that keep you turning the pages. D, you like to read about other people's problems. E, you just like knowing things or are obsessed with a particular topic. And obsessed means like you just want it, you can't get too much of it. F, you like to be scared. G, your teacher or parents or both make you. H, you like fun romances. I, you like learning about problems in the world and how they can be fixed. J, you like examining the illustrations or the way that the words work together. K, it's raining outside and there's nothing else to do. Or L, reading is peaceful.
What if there's two?
Choose the one that's the most like what you would choose. Yes, sir.
What does this
Suspenseful can be things that keep you on the edge of your seat, can kind of scare you, but it's not meant to like scare you. It's just kind of giving you a little bit of a like a nervousness. Okay. All right. Give me a thumbs up when you've got that one. All right, let's go to 3. Pick a career. This is a job. This is something you want to do in the future. Okay. A, an arson investigator. Do you know what an arson is? Okay. What is fire? Okay. Fire. Like if somebody set a house on fire, you go in and you investigate what started the fire. Okay. B, a Viking king. C, an astronaut. D, a school counselor. E, an entrepreneur or a YouTuber. F, a horror film director. Horror is scary. G, a cartoonist. Those are people that draw. H, a salon or a restaurant owner. I, a judge or a community activist. J, a songwriter. K, a coach. Or L, a marine biologist. Those people study animals that live in the ocean. Yes, sir. Activist. A community activist is somebody who goes into the community and does good things for the community, trying to build positive things for the community. Sometimes you have people who are wanting to promote a new program that they may use to help students in need or families in need. They're just kind of trying to bring about good, positive change to your community. Does that make sense? Okay. So choose your career. And if yours isn't up here, choose the one that's closest to what you think you might choose. Are we good? Yeah? All right. 4, think about your favorite movie or show. What kinds of things do you like about them? So think about your favorite movie. All right. And what it is that makes that movie or book special to you or show. A, they have a twist at the end. B, they have a fantasy creature or magic. C, they're exciting and have lots of science and technology. D, school and family problems are a big part of the plot. E, they are about superheroes and or supervillains. F, they make you want to sleep with the lights on. G, they help you unwind and you watch them over and over and over. H, you can talk about them with your friends. I, they're about regular people who take on the problems in society. J, they've been nominated or won major films or awards. K, sports are a major part of the story. Or L, they're about people surviving in the wild or in harsh environments. Which one would you choose? Your favorite movie or show? What's most like it in there? Your classes are polar opposites. All right. You have it? Yes? Okay. All right. Question 5, choose a place. This is any place you want to be. Which place would you choose? You could choose any of these places. An escape room, Hogwarts, London, but in the year 2025. Your bedroom, comic store, bookstore, library, haunted house, arcade or bowling alley, a beach party, top of a building like a superhero, the Metropolitan Museum of Art in New York City, Wrigley Field, that's the Chicago Cubs baseball field, or a log cabin in the woods near a sparkling lake. Yes, ma'am. Pick one. Choose the one that you would be the most. I know it's hard, huh? Choose the one that you most would be.
I was almost stuck here.
Choose the one that you would most be. Oh, I don't know. The best one you can think of. For me, I'm like a beach. Ignore the party. I want the party. I just want the beach. Right? Best one you can come up with, sweetheart. You could do this.
I would grab a bunch of books and then just hide in the little corner and read them all.
All right. Do we have this one? No? Trying to figure it out still? Okay. Give you about 15 seconds more. All right, here we go. Question 6. You're making dinner. How many of you actually make dinner? Anybody actually make dinner? Oh, good. Then maybe I'll come to your house. Okay. You're making dinner and you're going to invite someone. Here we go. Who are you going to invite? A, an FBI agent, a criminal mastermind, an elf, a goblin, or a ranger. Thomas Edison, Leonardo da Vinci, and Galileo. D, only those friends who really understand you. E, no one. You're not in the mood to deal with people tonight. F, a werewolf, someone who can see the future, or an alien from another galaxy. G, Big Nate, Harold and George, and Greg Heffley. H, that cute new boy or girl at school. I, Dr. Martin Luther King Jr., Malaya Yousafzai, I believe that's how you say it, and Gandhi. J, Frida Kahlo, Eminem, and Lady Gaga. K, Jackie Robinson, Mia Hamm, Yao Ming, and Muhammad Ali. Or L, Jane Goodall, Dr. Temple Grandin, or Greta Thunberg. Who would you choose?
This is hard.
It's a tough one, right?
I'm stuck between G and B. I would have a goblin, but I also I'm stuck between D and H. Yeah, Tilly would be like H.
And H? Oh my goodness, girls.
Oh, I'm not H. She would be H.
Okay. Do you have this one?
No.
No, you don't have this one yet?
Yeah, I'm gonna go.
Okay. All right. Thumbs up if we have it. Thumbs up. Hang on, I'm still waiting on a few thumbs up.
Bravo.
Boys, thumbs up if we have it. Yes? We have it? Good. Okay. Question 7. Which sounds interesting? Okay, which one sounds interesting? A, watching for possible shoplifters. B, sword fighting. C, artificial intelligence. D, eating pizza and watching TV. E, an Instagram feed. F, cobwebs and creaky stairs. G, belly buttons. H, secretly doing something nice for someone else. I, standing up for what's right, even if it means you get into trouble. J, brand new sharpened colored pencils. K, Monday Night Football. L, living in a treehouse. Which one sounds interesting?
I already know which one. It's between.
Ivy, have a good day.
I'm not picking belly button. Okay.
I don't know. Choose the one that sounds the most interesting. They're getting a little bit crazier, would you agree? And harder? Are they getting harder to choose? Well, I think I would. That sounds like about you, random, but that's okay. Random is good. Okay. All right. Does everybody have theirs? Show me. Thumbs up. Are you still trying to figure it out? Okay. Hang on. All right. I'm going to give you about 15 more seconds. Just choose the best one that you can think of. Best one.
Buttons. I did not put belly buttons.
You got it.
I put belly buttons.
What?
I put belly buttons.
What do you think?
Put belly buttons.
Well, imagine it's like football. Imagine it's something else. You can imagine it's a different sport. Okay. All right. Choose one so we can go to the next one. All right. Question 8. Pick a pet. No. A cow that spies on humans and tells what he sees. You're right. I did mean a crow, but a cow might be funny too. Okay. All right. B, a Pegasus, which is, it's a horse with the wings. Remember those? Yes. From Hercules. Good. Okay. C, a talking robot camel.
I don't like anything.
D, a soft puppy that needs a new home. E, a jellyfish with a genius IQ. F, a tarantula spider. G, a wisecracking guinea pig. H, a sweet older cat that snuggles. I, all the animals in the shelter. J, a moose that sings and does ballet. K, a dog that can catch a disc midair. L, no pets for me. Animals are best in the wild. Andrew?
That's mean.
I don't know. What do you think? He's a genius.
I want.
What do you think? I don't. They're getting harder though, aren't they? Getting harder.
I don't even care. I cannot take all of it. But I want the dog to be really good.
Okay. All right, so let's pick one.
I feel like the jellyfish was just a bad idea. He's gonna be too smart for you.
That's
I did not choose jellyfish. Exactly.
all right. Let me see your thumbs. Do we have it? Did we choose? We're still looking. Some of us are still looking.
That wasn't. It was okay.
Okay.
I want a tiny little.
All right, here we go. Question 9. Pick something to wear. Dark sunglasses and a long black coat. Hang on just a second. Hey guys, y'all do me a favor and stay up there. I'm gonna check those and just make sure y'all stay up that area, okay? Dark sunglasses and a long coat. B, a suit of armor, chainmail, or wizard's robes. C, a lab coat, safety goggles, a hazmat suit. D, jeans, a t-shirt, and a hoodie. Kind of like what I got on. E, whatever's clean. I don't care about my clothes. F, anything you can run for in your life. Run for your life in. G, a funny graphic t-shirt and a pair of shorts, even if it's freezing.
I'm trying to wear shorts.
H, something colorful, fashionable, and fun. I, rolled up sleeves and a megaphone. J, super creative cosplay costume you made yourself. K, a sports jersey from your favorite team. Or L, overall sneakers and gardening gloves. What would you choose? Which one?
I tried to wear.
Hey, Jake, now would be the time for you guys to
buy
buy
the shirt and me in my room. Said change.
All right, do we have 9? Are we good?
Yeah.
11. There's 11 questions total. Okay, are you ready? Okay, 10. You wake up alone on a deserted island. What does that mean?
Oh. Is there Wi-Fi?
Wait. What does deserted island mean?
Mean far.
What's it mean? Yeah, it's kind of by itself, way far away. All right. Your reaction. Are you ready? Yes, sir.
A deserted island somewhere where no one can save you and you're destined to die alone.
Well, maybe. Let's see what your reaction would be, though. A. That's really long. Okay, A. How did I get here? B. How cool an adventure. C. How can I build a huge bonfire? D. Well, this isn't good. E. Is there Wi-Fi on the island? F. I need to find the big animals before they find me. G. Hi. I'd like to order a pizza. H. Are any of my friends here too? I. Are there other people here? Does anyone need medical attention? J. What an incredible sunrise. Okay. I'm gonna miss the game. L. This place is gorgeous. I don't want to be rescued.
None of those.
So choose the one that's best like what you would choose.
I know what I would choose.
Okay, write that answer down.
Can that be like this, like your favorite movie?
Sure.
I thought I was gonna be too late.
Maybe.
That's what my dad would probably put it down.
Hey. All right, show me your thumbs if you've got it. Show me your thumbs. Still trying to figure it out if you. All right, and the last one is which picture appeals to you most? So just choose which picture appeals to you most and write that letter down. Which picture do you like the most? Which picture out of all these pictures would you choose? Which one would you choose? Write it down. Which one would you choose of all the pictures? Which one?
They don't look
Okay.
like very nice dogs. No, I don't know. Those doggies look so nice.
Do they?
Actually, the pigs.
Okay. All right. Has everybody chosen a picture?
The first thing that I look at.
Okay. That's usually what kind of appeals to you. Okay. Bring it back in 3, 2, 1. Okay. Do you have your answers? Here's what we're going to do. Yours is a little different than mine. But do you see at the bottom how we've got all those letters? You see how you have all those letters on it? Here's what you're going to do. You're going to go back up to the top and you're going to count how many A's you have. If you have 4 A's, then where it says A, you're going to write the number 4 next to it at the bottom. Then you go to B, count how many B's. If you only have 1 B, write 1. If you have 0, write 0. You're going to do this all the way through L. Everybody understand that? Once you get through that, put your pencil down. That way I know you're done adding up all your scores. So right now we're adding up. And there may be some that you don't have any on. There may be some that you have 1 or 2. Just whatever your total is. Then I want you at the bottom, before you put your pencil down, to write your letter that you have the most of, where it says top result. If you have 4 D's and that's your top number, write D. If you have 2 of the same, like I have 4 on D and I have 4 on E, write D and E. Write them both. Okay, and then in just a second, we're going to go over what each one of these means.
I'm scared now.
Okay,
Mine is this was fun. I like the dog. I got a lot of notifications.
that's it.
Hopefully it's not. I got 5 minutes and only 2.
Hey, we're just waiting on a few more, it looks like.
Which I will give you.
Okay. All right, so here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to put what's called an answer key on your desk. And if you notice, it says mostly A's, you're the questioner, mostly B's, you're the escapist. You're going to write whatever yours is on the bottom of your page. Does everybody understand that? If you have 2, then you're going to write 2 on there. So I'm going to put these on there. Write your top results. If you have 2, then write both. Okay, if you have 2, write both. Okay. What is what for? The ambigu, I believe is how you say it. Okay. We'll talk about that in just a minute. Yes, ma'am.
What is this?
Which one? The ambigu. That's nice. Yeah, we're going to talk about it in just a second. Okay, so you should have figured out which one you are, and you're writing it on the bottom of your paper. If you're writing 2 down, you're writing 2. That's fine. Okay, you're writing 2. Did anybody have more than 2? Did anybody have 3 that were the same? Okay, write all 3. That's fine. We're going to talk about them in just a minute. Okay, we're going to talk about it in just a second. All right. Once you have it written down, put your pencil down so I know that we're ready to get started. And then you're just going to be facing the screen because we're going to talk. We're going to do lots of talking now. I'm going to do talking. You're going to talk. We're going to kind of dialogue a little bit as we go. Okay. How we're going to do this is I'm going to show you each one of them because you're looking at it going, I don't know what that means. So I'm going to show you what each one means. I'm going to show you what it says your likes are. And then we're going to talk about what your pet peeves are. What does pet peeve mean?
Something you get annoyed with.
Something you get annoyed with. Yeah, that's your pet peeve. And then what it's going to do is it's going to tell you the book, like genres that you should do, especially genres that we have in our library. Okay. Once we kind of go through everything, I actually have these papers that are going to kind of give you a little bit of information, and they actually have book recommendations in our library that you can actually check out yourself. All right. Everybody understand where we're going? Okay. So let's go through this. Let's start out with our first one. Our first one, and that's okay if you have more than one. Whoops, it went too fast. Our first one is A's. Who was a questioner? Who was it? Anybody an A in here? Oh, there wasn't a single. Oh, that's interesting. So we did have some A's in the last class. I'm just going to tell you what an A is. That way you may be like, oh, that might be like what my friend is. A questioner, they're curious. They like to know why things happen. They're logical and skeptical. They get bothered by not knowing what's right. Like people who don't know, people who ask too many questions, they get on their nerves. Okay. And they need to read our mystery, our detective stories, things like that. Okay. But I don't think I've ever had a class that didn't have one of every single one. There's no questioners in this class. It's kind of interesting. But at the same time, knowing a lot of you, it kind of makes sense. All right, let's look at B. Did I have any B's? All right, you are the escapist. All right, so here's what this means. You're interested in worlds that are different from ours. You like reading books that are series that have a lot of different books in them. They build worlds. They have fantasy creatures in them. Their characters are very well developed. You honestly get very involved with the characters that you are reading about. Okay, does that sound familiar to a few of you who raised your hands? Okay, your pet peeve is being interrupted while you're reading.
Oh.
That's my pet peeve. Books that are too short.
Yes.
You don't really like the real world. You don't really like responsibility because you'd rather live in your fantasy.
Indeed.
Okay. Your genres are high fantasy, epic fantasy, animal fantasy. What does mythology mean?
It's a bunch of myths that come together to create a story.
Okay. When we think of mythology, a lot of times we think of Greek mythology, right? Yeah. Kind of all of those Greek gods, but there are a lot of stories that come together. Okay. Some science fiction. What's dystopia? What does that mean? Dystopia, Andrew? Okay. Can you think of an example? You're right. Society that's different, a different world. Okay. What else? Anybody else think of one? There's Hunger Games, Divergent. You can think of all of those different worlds. Yes, sir. Okay. So they're different worlds. Okay. It's something different, but they're actually a real world at the same time with some things that aren't always great. Okay. Where you could see yourself living there, but at the same time, you don't want to. Right. Okay. Does this sound right? Like some of you, those escapists, does this sound like you?
I don't appreciate it, but yeah, it's right.
You don't appreciate, why don't you appreciate it?
I don't like being called out.
Oh, okay. Well, but you like it. Well, good. Okay. All right, let's look at the next one. C. Did I have any C's? Any C's?
I thought I would.
Just one. But this does not shock me.
Yeah.
One bit.
No,
you are the innovator. You are good at many things, but you're superstar at subjects like science. Would you agree with that?
Mm-hmm.
Yes. Okay. Technology and math. You're creative. You like to fix things. You like to repair things. You'd rather work by yourself. You don't like to work in a group. You'd rather do it because you have your own ideas, right? Is that correct for you? Look at him. He's like, heck yes.
No,
all right.
I asked him to work with me in math class, and he told me no. I do not like working.
Well, see, and it's not necessarily you. You can't take it personal. He just doesn't like working with
yeah,
anyone, right? That's the way that they are. You need to gravitate towards science fiction, action and adventure books, survival books, dystopia books.
Ooh,
okay, does that make sense? Does that sound like books you like?
Yeah.
Yep, there you go. All right, let's look at D. D is the realist. Who is a D? Anybody a D? Oh, I had way more D's in here. Okay. Realists like books and movies about teens with real world problems. These are books that you can relate to. The characters in the story have problems that you're like, I can see that happening with my friends or around or at school or with my family. You understand it. You like those kinds of things. At the same time, you don't want to deal with something super serious. So if a book has something serious like mental illness or abuse, you want to deal with it, but you want to just make sure it stays fiction. Does everybody understand that? Okay. You don't like mean people. You don't like bullies. You don't like being lied to. You want things to be fair. Does that sound about right? Yeah. You need to stick to realistic fiction, problem fiction. That's just kind of books that are based on problems that are happening, but it's a fiction book. Sports stories, romance. You can even go to historical fiction because there are problems in the historical fiction books. Okay. Does that sound like you guys? Some of you? Okay. All right. What about E? Who was the erudite? Did we have some of them? Yeah, those three don't surprise me one bit. All right. You love to know things. You want to know why. You ask me why. You do that a lot, don't you, Grayson? Well, why? Well, why? Well, why? Cody does the same thing. So does Andrew. You want to know why things work. You do, and it's okay. That's okay. It's the way your brain works. All right. You have specific interest. You like to watch and play trivia and puzzle games. You like to make sure you figure things out. Okay. A pet peeve is being corrected by someone who doesn't know what they're talking about. Okay. Being told to look into something else or being told that you need to be more social. You're good just doing your thing. Okay. Your books would be anything that goes with what you choose, what you like to learn about. Even world record books or logic and puzzle books. We have a lot of those kind of books as well. Okay, sound good? Sound right? Some things? All right, what about F? Did we have some Fs? Okay, a thrill seeker. We only have one thrill seeker. She loves to get her adrenaline pumping. Yes, she does. Or a good scare, a roller coaster, a suspenseful movie, anything that's kind of going to get her going. All right. Her pet peeve is sitting in the desk, like you're probably like, I want to move, like antsy, get antsy in a chair. Yes. Books that have lots of long, boring descriptions and lovey-dovey movies. You're just like, I don't like lovey-dovey movies. Don't talk to me about those. Okay. Through some genres that you may like are horror and dark fantasy, supernatural, thrillers. Okay, those kind of books. Sound right? Okay. All right. Who is a G? Who is the comedian? Only one? Usually this is the one that gets the most response. One. I love it though. You're easygoing, which you are very easygoing. You take it as it comes. You like to laugh and make others laugh as well. Okay. You may be disorganized, but at the same time, you're like, it's okay. We just go with the flow, right? Yeah. Things that bother you are stress, anxiety, worrying, feeling like you can't do something, you don't want to do too much because it's just too much, right? You need to stick with our humor, our graphic novels, our joke books. We even have like how to draw books and origami books. Those are more fun for you. That sound about right? You're like, yep, just give me the funny. What about H? Do we have any H's? Okay. This is the amigu, and I hope I say that right. I don't ever know how to say it right, but it's a Spanish word for friend. Obviously, I don't speak Spanish, but it's the front. You like social things. You like to be with your friends. I like how those who are not that are like, no way. Okay. You like to be with people. You thrive being around, it doesn't have to be a big group, but you thrive being around a few small people. Okay. You want to be around them. Your pet peeves is being able to, you can't figure out some people, they just don't make sense. Or feelings that are out of control, secrets between friends that really bothers you, or being ghosted that bugs you. Yeah. Okay. Your genres are realistic fiction, romance, rom-coms. What do I mean by rom-coms? What do I mean by rom-coms?
Romantic comedy.
Okay, so it's a romantic movie book, but it's also a comedic book at the same time. For example, an example of that would be like Sweet Home Alabama, or How to Lose a Guy in 10 Days, or can you think of some other ones? Do you know what I'm talking about? 13 Going on 30, huh? That's gonna be more of a that's gonna be more romance. It's gonna be something funny at the same time. Let's see. I'm thinking of older ones, and that's where I'm like, oh, I need to get more hip, I guess. Think of
My
some
mom watched 13 going on 30.
10 Things I Hate About You. That's a good example. Have y'all seen any of those?
I've heard the song.
Yeah, the one with Glenn Powell. It's on Netflix. It's the guy and the girl, and they go to a wedding with their for her brother, I think is what it was. Her brother, his best friend, or something like that. But it's funny. It's a romance, but it's funny at the same time. It doesn't get too serious. That's what a rom-com is. So these are going to be books that kind of focus on that. Something I also want to mention is a lot of times when we talk about kind of our romance and our realistic fiction, and even in our library, our chick lit area, a lot of people think that only has to do with just a guy and a girl relationship. Well, sometimes that can also deal with relationships between parents and kids, between friends, between other people. Does everybody understand that? So there's more than just relationships between guys and girls. I don't want you to only think of it being that way when we talk about relationships. Friendships are a big thing. A lot of our books are friendship related in this library. Okay, everybody understand that? Okay. What about I, the activist? Did we have any I's? Oh, no I's. That's okay. I'm going to tell you what an I is real quickly. It's when something morally wrong happens. Something bad happens that's not a good thing, and these are the people who are going to stand up and fix it. For example, they want to help a bully. Somebody's getting bullied in class, and they want to stand up and they want to help it and they want to fix it. But they don't want to just help that kid get fixed. They want to help maybe set up a program that's going to help these kids, not just that kid, all kids. Cody? Martin Luther King Jr. Yes, he was an activist. Yes, very good example. They don't like people who are ignorant, which means they're kind of, they don't care about anything else. They're closed-minded. They think they're always right. And they need to stick to realistic fiction or even historical fiction or biographies. All right, Jay, the artist. Do we have any artist? No artist either. We'll go through this one quickly. They march to the beat of their own drum. They like creative and expressive things. They like fashion and art and photography. They don't like to be like everybody else. That's a pet peeve of theirs. And they're going to be poetry. They're going to stick to craft books, books for older readers. Okay. What about Kay, the sports fan? Just one. Wow, I'm surprised. You were shocked, Andrew, that this wasn't you?
Oh, no.
Oh, I wasn't shocked. Okay. So a sports fan, they live, they breathe, they eat sports. Is that you? You love sports. Yes. Okay. You're always all about sports. You hate to sit around. You hate being told to not take your sports so serious. There's other things you can do. Stick to sports fiction and nonfiction, biographies about sports, maybe also how sports got created, whether it's biographies about people in sports or where the sport came from and what's kind of changed in the sport over time. And we have lots of different kinds of books that go with that. All right, and L, do we have any L's? No L's, man. Okay, so that's the naturalist. They're most at home when they're outside. They love going for a walk, swimming in nature. They hate seeing trash in nature, animal neglect, cruelty, or being inside. And they need to stick to kind of our natural science section, which is right over here in the corner, or wilderness stories. Okay, now you heard yours. You heard what you are. Just off of the top of the head, I had a lot of nods, but tell me, do you kind of agree with what yours was? Yes. Kind of agree with some of the things?
My life concluded.
Your life concluded. I love that. You're so funny, Reese. Cracks me up. All right, here we go. So what we're going to do, in just a minute, you're going to go to your Google Classroom, and you're going to fill out a form for me. And you're going to answer these questions. Okay, eyes on me real quick. I need eyes on me. All right, you're going to fill out this form. And I'm going to put these out on the tables. They're going to be kind of on different tables. And if you need to go back and you need to look at what yours said about you, you can look and see what it said about you and who you are, what you like, what you don't like. Once you've done that and submitted your form, okay, hang on. Chromebook should be closed still. Once you've submitted your form, then you can go check out books. My recommendation is you find one that goes along with your genre. On these kind of pages like this, we have examples actually here in the library. Does everybody understand that? These are actual books we have. Now, you don't have to get any of these. If you're like, hey, I just need to go to realistic fiction because that was an option for me, I can go to realistic fiction and I can find a book there that's with my genre, that my personality fits. Does everybody understand that? Okay. You may know exactly what you want to read because you know who you are, right? You know what you like. You're used to that, and that's okay. But if you're looking for ideas, we have ideas here for you. Does everybody understand? Okay. So you're going to fill out our Google form. I'll get you to that form in a minute, and then you'll go check out books. Everybody understand? So go ahead and open up your Chromebooks. I keep saying iPads out of habit. And Chromebooks, and go to Google Classroom. We're going to go to Google Classroom. Patience with the Chromebooks. Patience, young Padawans. Patience. Okay. Go to, look at what's it doing? I don't know. Okay. Get signed in. Okay, and then let's go to Google Classroom. You're actually going to go to Miss Martinez's Google Classroom. It's in Miss Martinez's classroom. Okay. Under classwork, guys. We're going to go to Miss Martinez's classroom. We'll be patient. We're always patient, somewhat. Okay. Just go on about your business. She's like, no, mom's used to like camera, and I just know I have to instantly look. That's the way my life works. Okay, so let's get to Google Classroom. Maybe I should have put patience as one of the genres, huh? Patience.
I don't have that.
We don't have patience with this?
No, they're Chromebooks.
No. I don't know that some of you had patience with your iPads either. Yes, ma'am.
Right here.
Yeah, go ahead.
Oh,
my genre of personality, or my genre.
Stop it.
It's under your class.
It was going. Your class was going.
Oh, it's not. I don't know why it doesn't. Okay, hang on just a minute. Miss Martinez is gonna check real quick and see. No worries. Cold, girl, it's not cold in here. So Miss Martinez is gonna check it real quick and then we'll figure out. I do have a sweatshirt on. We chose a warm day. I'm matching some of the other teachers. It's nice and cozy.
And Reagan. My mom told me it was gonna be super hot.
It is gonna be hot, but I can make sure that the AC's on.
Okay, sorry guys, I'll refresh.
Okay, refresh your page. Refresh your page. It should be there.
Yep.
My genre personality. Okay, so that's where you're gonna be filling this out. Okay, remember I told you that I'm gonna put these papers over here on this side desk so that you can check them out if you need to look more into what your genre is.
My email didn't work. It's you have to do the seminal ISA on it.
Guys, your email is your username at seminoleisd.net. Okay, nothing new. Okay, so let's get those.
Just give it a second. It's not working.
Patience for it, but patience. I know. We don't know what patience is, do we?
No. Never heard of it.
That's what I figured.
I didn't drag his finger off the button.
Okay. Okay, once you figured out which one yours is, did we get it right? You're going to be telling me, did we get it right? Did we get it wrong? Why? Okay, answer those questions for me. Did we get it right? Did we get it wrong? What do you think of this? Okay, if you misspell words, it's completely okay. I'm not stressed about your spelling. You're trying, you're working. Yes, ma'am. Like, did you agree with your personality? Did you agree with what this said that your personality is like? You talking about writing the sentence? So yes, the quiz got it right. You can say the quiz because I didn't necessarily create this. So you can say the quiz got it correct or incorrect. I'm sorry. Why did it say what it? Oh, because some people have more than that. Some people had more than one. So
some people had 7.
well, they shouldn't have had 7, but they may have had 2. So you can choose more than one of what yours was.
Imagine having 7.
Imagine having all of them.
What parts of your personality are correct? So if you need to go look at the paper, you can go look at one of the papers. Let's see what was correct. Like what did we get right on it? So if we got it right that you were a sports fan, what did we get right? I love sports. Or you're the thrill seeker, right? So I love the adrenaline. I love to go do a whole lot of things. Like, what did we get right? Or maybe even it was the pet peeve that we got right. This bugs me. The pet peeves were correct. Yes, ma'am.
So like the next one is celebrate. I get to go do
Okay, very good. Once you have that complete, then you are able to go check out books. But please make sure you fill out all of that information. Okay, I want to know if we got it right. I want to know if this is actually beneficial or not beneficial. Yes, Grayson. Okay, so once you know what, so you can look at the paper again if you want, or I can put it on the board. Which one were you, Grayson? The erudite, letter number E, like that one. So there you go. You can look at it on the board. So once you're done, then you can go check out books. Okay. And try to check out books that are in your genre, like what you're recommending. So, and Caitlin, go recheck those for me, okay? Yeah, go recheck those. They should be up at the table. CT, Jake, and Auburn should be at the table ready to help you. Okay? Yes, sir. The which one? The realist. Grayson, are you good from here? Okay, so the realist was right there, that one, right? See? All right. Make sure you're doing your best. We should be making sure these are short constructed responses, so we're making sure that we're using complete sentences on these. Cody? The erudite? Yes, give me just a second. He's looking at this one real quick, and then I'll go back to that one. Give me just a moment. Okay?
We just sign out when we're done.
Yes, please make sure you sign out. Yes. Okay, that one, Cody? This one? There you go. And make sure you fully submit your form as well. This will help us also when you're coming to check out books and you're like, I don't know what to get. I don't know what I like. And this will help us go to books that maybe will work for you. I'm going to take those. So if you want to bring those to me, I'll start a stack right here. Okay, and then make sure once you're done, your Chromebooks you signed out of, put them on the side table, and then you can go check out books. Okay, so your Chromebooks go on the side table. I need your papers, and then you may go check out books. And make sure you push in your chairs as well. So is there something that's not correct on here? Or is it all right? Then you can put everything that was on the personality was correct. Okay? Yes, Jake.
Okay, but I found the book on the little part.
Okay. It said what?
It said story thieves.
Okay, why don't you bring me the card and I'll help you. Yes, Meredith. Yeah, so our chiclet, all in the pink section would be a perfect spot to go look there. Okay, so which one, babe? What are you looking for? Story thieves. Okay, give me just 2 seconds. I'm gonna have to look it up real quick, but I've got to switch screens. Let me come over here. Story thieves. I've got to log back into my system. Hang on, if it'll log me in. I told y'all to be patient. I've got to be patient, right? Okay, just a second. All right, items. Story thieves, is that what you said it was? Let's do it. So we're going to be fantasy RIL. Okay, so give me just a second. Fantasy RIL. Let me zoom this here. Okay, let me show you what that is. The only, I wonder. Okay, yeah. Okay, make sure that I have your papers and then you take your computer, your Chromebooks over to the side. I'm gonna take yours and Reese. Good. Go and get your Chromebook over on the other side over there.
Give you the answer key.
I'll take care of them here in a minute. Daniel, will you push in your chair, please? Yeah, I'll collect the answer keys in just a minute. Will you push in your chair, please? Thank you. Yeah, I'll collect all that here in just a minute. No worries. Grayson, what's the matter? So now just is it something different than what you normally check out? Are these different things? Okay, so let's look at this one. Let's take a look at this one right here. So this one kind of has to do with the pet peeves, the genre. But here's some recommendations. Like, do you ever read books that maybe? So this is a book in realistic fiction, kind of like history in a sense. So is there anything, did you learn anything new? Did you not learn anything? If you didn't learn anything new about yourself, you can say I didn't learn anything new. If it's something that you say like, do you think it might be something you want to try and you don't think so, then you quit. I don't think I want to try this. This is an opinion piece right now. This is an opinion question. You don't have to. If you'd like to, you can. But Reese, most of your books, like, are you talking about the recommended on here? No, as long as you're kind of selecting from your genre that you go with, that'll be fine. Okay? This is all your opinion. You already knew this, and you tell me you already knew this. If it's not anything new, then it's not anything new. You just give me your opinion on what you thought. Okay? Yes, Cody.
Where does the book that has
Like how to make paper, like origami? Okay, it's right back here, Ben. So there's a whole lot right here. Like there's origami books right here, and there's also drawing books down here. Okay? Doing okay, ladies?
I find a bigger book here.
Okay, good. You can go, once you checked out everything, then you can go find a spot to sit and to read. Okay, and take note, guys, we've only got about 10 minutes left. Okay.
Thank you.
You're welcome, Cody. So Cody, will you bring me your paper, please? Oh, thank you. You can.
It's all shown.
Yes, Andrew.
You should have told me you had these.
The Halo books?
Yeah,
Is that perfect for you? Does it go along with your genre?
No.
No, why not?
Oh, no, what is it? I just don't know.
But you like those books. Okay, sounds great. Well, I figured you've got a World War II book because that goes along with you very well. Okay. All right, so I'll take your papers and you guys can go check out. I'll take a paper. Thank you. All right. Last one. Thank you, Grayson. I appreciate that. Okay, remember, if you have any questions, I'm happy to help find anything. Or point you in a direction. What kind of book? A sport. So let's go to the sports section and then kind of from there, we'll talk, well, actually first, let's talk about it. Do you want a nonfiction or a fiction? A nonfiction. Okay, so let's come over here to the nonfiction. So we've got, what kind of sport do you want? So that's the other thing we have to do. Baseball or football. So there's kind of two sections. So we've got football here. And then we've got baseball up here. Okay, and there's a few. No, all baseball's up here and all football are right here. And so there's different ones like that. Now there's also the bed on the side over there. We pulled some football ones too. But you can look at any of those sections, okay? So there's all different kinds. There's some about different teams, what they did. Yeah, there's some baseball books here too. There's some here, here, and up top. Yes, Grayson. Where are your books at? Grayson. Okay, so just try to remember to bring them so we can recheck them or get you new books, okay? So you just find a spot to sit now, okay? Okay. At 35, right, Miss Martinez? Okay. Reese, are you trying to find a good one for this? What are you trying to find, babe? An adventure. So do you want to do a series or what do you want to do? Well, you found the big baseball book, didn't you? Yep. That works. Okay. You found those your little Ranger in Time. Those are good books. Those are perfect. Perfect. I appreciate that. Okay. All right. So with that, I want to say, okay. So with that, I can stop.